Hey guys, today I'm going to be trying out a few products from Luxaza. I think I'm saying that completely wrong. This is the brand here, so it's spelled Luxaza, and I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'm really sorry. But they kindly sent over a few products for me to try out. They did ask me to make this video just to be completely transparent, but they're not sponsoring me. I'm not paid or anything like that. They just said we'll send you some products in exchange for a video, so there is full disclosure for you guys. So we have some eyeshadow sticks to try out, and then we've also got a contour, blush and highlight. So these are the colour sticks, which are the eyeshadow sticks. So I'll show you how they look. I'm a little bit nervous because I don't have a whole lot of experience with eyeshadow sticks. But this is how they look there. The packaging is really sweet. They have the colour on one end and then also the brush on the other end. And I'm just going to give you guys a quick swatch of all the shades so you can see them. There is some really pretty shades in here. So going onto my hand, they feel really creamy and really smooth. So I think that's a good sign. And we've got like a mix of some shades that look like they'll dry down matte and then some shades that are shimmer. So, and I'm pretty sure this was like the pink and purple set. Unfortunately, it doesn't say on the packaging like what the set is called, I don't think. So, but I'll be able to link it below for you. So those are all the eyeshadow sticks swatched there. You can see we've got some pretty pink and purple shades. I've got a look in mind, so we'll get into that in a minute. And then I'll show you what we've got with the contour and the blush. So that is the contour shade there. I'm really hoping these are going to work out for me. I chose my shades, but I feel like I might have accidentally chosen some that are a little bit too dark. So I'm just hoping we can get them to blend out. That's the blush. They do look really pretty. I reckon they should be okay. The one I was most worried about was the highlight, because it does just look a little bit too dark for my skin tone. But those are all the swatches there. So I'm going to go and do my eye base and my eyebrows, and then I'll be back and we can get into trying out the products. Okay, so I have my eyes primed now, and I'm going to first go in with the light pink. Is this one here. This one says it's called Pink Salt. So I'm going to kind of use this as like a transition-y kind of shade, I guess. So I'm really hoping they blend out, but we'll find out. Like I said, I feel like I'm a little bit nervous because I don't have a whole lot of experience with fully cream shadows. So I'm going to just start by like kind of drawing it where I want it. And then give it a blend. Okay, so far so good. I was really nervous, but so yeah, I'm just gonna put that all over. I'm gonna go for a pretty simple, like you know, shade all over, and then a little bit of shimmer in the corner and a little bit of a darker shade on the outside. So that's what we have there. They are quite subtle. They're not super pigmented, at least not this shade, but I mean it is a pretty light shade to begin with, so I don't feel sticky. Like obviously you can tell that it's a cream, but it's not like my eyelids feel like I've got Vaseline on them or anything, so that's good. Okay, so I'll save that. Then I'm going to take the purple shade, which is like a little bit darker. I'm kind of going to put that like in the outer corner. Like that. Okay, they blend into each other nicely, which is good. I was a little bit worried about that as well. Just because, like I said, I don't know how creams perform. This is a whole new territory to me. They're super easy to blend, almost easier than like a powder. So that's really good. I feel like it looks quite pretty. It's obviously very soft and very subtle, but it's something quite like nice and like a bit more natural, a bit more soft. So I'm just going to give you a close-up before we add the shimmer. So you can see there that it's blended into each other quite nicely. Now I'm going to take the shimmer shade. Oh, sorry, and that purple shade was called Sea Fog. We're going to take the shimmer, which is called Bleached Mauve Shimmer, and we're going to put that on the inner corner or inner third. The shimmer is quite subtle. It looked really shimmery and nice in the swatch, but on the eye it's not transferring the same. Like, it still looks nice, it's just a lot more subtle. Just not super shimmery. I don't know if you guys can tell. And I'll just pat that in. Okay. Because I've got quite a soft look today, I don't think I'm going to do any liner or any lashes. I think I'm just going to add some mascara. I'll just zoom in and show you. So that's how they look. So I've got a lot of thoughts, but I'll save them until the end of the video. So what I'll do now is go off, do my base makeup, and then we'll come back to try out the last 3 products. Okay, I look like I'm sick at the moment because we haven't got any contour or anything on, but we're about to change that. So, I've set my face just where I've put my concealer, so that, because we are using cream products. So, we're going to go in with the contour first, which I'm scared. I'm just going to do a little bit of the, like, to start with, because I don't know how fast these set or anything like that. And then, just going to blend it in. Okay, it's not as dark as what I thought it would be. So, I was really worried that it was going to be way too dark, but it blends in quite nicely, so we got nothing to worry about, which gives me hope for the blush and the highlight, because I was, yes, very worried about that. It is quite a nice shade actually. I really like this shade actually. What do you guys think? I think it looks quite cute. I'm just kind of taking this where I would take my bronzer. I don't really contour, like I'm not into contouring as much really. I'm a bronzer gal, so obviously this isn't like, this is more of a kind of bronzery shade. I mean a contoury shade, but I think it'll still do the same. Okay, that blended in really well, so that's great. Cause yeah, like I said, I was a little bit worried. Okay, I can probably stop telling you guys now that I was worried. I think you guys get the idea. So yeah, obviously I feel like it's quite subtle, like quite natural looking, but I think it's pretty. So now we're going to take the blush. Just going to put like that much on and use like the end of my sponge. Okay, the blush is not as subtle. It's still blending out really nicely, but it didn't lose its pigment the way that the contour did. Like, it didn't really sheer out as much. But it's a pretty shade. That's blush. Once again, it blended quite nicely. And then the last one is highlight. Which I'm not going to take a whole lot of because I feel like it's going to be a little bit too dark. Okay, I don't love the highlight. I don't really see like a whole lot of highlighting. I just see kind of like a strip of colour, like where it was too dark. I'll put some more on. See, oh my god, I might have accidentally just put way too much on. I didn't even think what I was doing. Whoops. Yeah, the highlight is not for me, I don't think. Maybe if it was like a lighter shade, but yeah, all I can see is like this strip of kind of like a pink, but no highlight unfortunately. So yeah, that one is not for me. Alright, I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna set the rest of my face, put like a lipstick on it and everything, then we'll be back and I will tell you my final thoughts. Okay guys, so here is the finished look. So let's get into my thoughts. I actually was quite pleasantly surprised with the eyeshadow sticks. Okay, so let's be completely authentic. These are probably not something that I'm going to reach for. I'm not a average makeup consumer. I don't really wear makeup on the daily unless I am on holiday or something like that. But if I did wear makeup on the daily, I feel like these would be great for, you know, something like a light look for work, or, you know, just to go to the shops or something like that. Like, I feel like they're super blendable, really creamy, and like not over the top pigmented, so they're just like a nice wash of colour. And I feel like the look was so easy to do. I slapped it together in like, what, under 5 minutes. So I do really like that aspect of them. I think they're super quick and easy, and yeah, just really easy to blend. I feel like they do look nice on the eye, but I kind of do makeup for YouTube in a sense. So I'm normally with the powder and the more pigmented stuff like that, if that makes sense. The shimmer I was a tiny little bit disappointed in. Like, it still looks pretty, but I'm used to a super blinding shimmer on the eye. So, but yeah, for something natural and easy and quick, I feel like these are great. I feel like the quality is really nice just because they are so blendable. Yeah, I really don't mind them at all. It's just, I like the product. I just don't know if I, as a person, will use it. Does that make sense? As for the contour, I actually quite liked it. I feel like that's something that I will probably use again, because I feel like I blended it out really nicely. It looks really nice. I think it's quite subtle, but I liked it. So the blush is also pretty as well. Just looking at myself in the mirror. It's not 100% my shade, like it's not the perfect shade for me, but it is still really nice and blended out really nicely. The highlighter is not for me. It's not my shade, and it just doesn't give the glow that I typically like. You can see in the viewfinder, it looks a bit nicer in the viewfinder than it does in person. Like, I can definitely see a sheen. That's what it gives, more of a sheen than a highlight, if that makes sense. Like more of a subtle glow than like a blinding highlight, which is what I typically go for. But yeah, as for the actual products themselves, I do think they are really nice products. I just don't think that I'll get a ton of use out of them coming from a YouTuber who does makeup, like, to do the creative looks and, you know what I mean, stuff like that. But for your typical average everyday makeup wearer, I think that you guys will enjoy these, especially if you want something that's like less pigmented, something that is super easy to blend out, and something that is quick. So yeah, I feel like I'm still really happy with the look that I've come up with. Like, I feel like it's just natural and nice. But you guys know what I like. I like a full glam with big lashes and a lot of shimmer, a lot of highlight. That's my style. But yeah, thank you so much. I'm sorry, I still can't say the brand to Luxaza. I'm going to search up on Google Translate, honestly. Let's see what she says. I just want English. How do you do that? No, English, please.
Luxaza.
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 Luxaza. Apparently, that's what Google Translate's telling me. So thank you guys so much for sending this over. I had a really fun time trying these out. I'll get some prices for you guys. So, for 6 pieces, it is $40.21. I can't actually see the one that I got on the website. I just realised that my camera stopped recording. I have no idea when it stopped recording. I don't know if you guys heard the Google Translate, but this is what Google Translate says that this brand is pronounced.
Luxaza.
Luxaza. Okay. Anyway, I was looking up prices. So these retail from about $40 to $46. And I was just saying that, to be 110% honest, I would not pay that for these, just because, well, yeah, like I said, it's not something that I get a ton of use out of, and I'd probably spend that money on an eyeshadow palette instead. But yeah, if it's obviously something that appeals to you, then that might be something that is worth your money. And then let's have a look at the other stuff. And then the 3 pieces with the blush, contour and highlight, they are about $31. It says they're normally $49, which once again, I'm sorry, I just don't think I would pay that for these. So that's just me being completely transparent with you guys. I'm very grateful though. Thank you so much to Luxaza for sending these over. Like I said, I still do think they are great products. It's just not something that I would use in my own personal day-to-day life, because I don't do makeup day-to-day. I do makeup on YouTube. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've tried this brand in the comments, and let me know what you think of today's look. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!